Hi, I'm Caitlin Edelmuth, and I work as a writing tutor and captain for the Center for Teaching and Learning and Red Room.
Hi, my name is Bhumika Gupta, and I'm an incoming senior doing physics major.
My name is Saranj Bharat. I'm a senior at Knox, and I also work as a CDL tutor for physics and math.
My name is Benjamin Mienda. I work at the CTL. I studied last term. I'm a tutor in neuroscience.
Hi, my name's Eden Alderman. I'm a rising sophomore at Knox, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience with the writing tutors at the CTL my freshman year. I graduated high school on a wave of assurance that I was well prepared for college coursework, and even though writing has always been my best subject, I still struggled a lot with the transition.
I'm an international student, and coming to Knox, I knew my first term would be very challenging.
I didn't know how to really study when I was in high school. I was procrastinating a lot and still had good grades, so I didn't feel the need to learn how to learn. And then when I got in college, especially in this country, that was a slap in the face because I had procrastination wasn't anymore a solution, so I had to step back and rethink everything, how I was doing, how I was, going through my education.
Being in college, I found studies are much harder than what it was in high school. I think it is very important to enjoy this college experience and not get stuck doing homework all day. You need to take out time for activities to get a wholesome college experience.
I think time management is a skill that everyone would agree upon is a really important skill, especially at Knox, where the year is divided into trimesters instead of semesters. The term goes by very quickly, and managing papers, exams, assignments, projects in that one term can be pretty overwhelming at times. One way of making this task easy is to use the resources provided by CTL.
The CTL, the Center for Teaching and Learning, is home to various programs including TRIO, the Red Room Tutoring Program, and Spark, which are all programs focused on helping students succeed and be their best selves at Knox and then in future endeavors. Students can feel comfortable coming to our tutors for help because our tutors have either taken the class or they might have additionally TA'd the class.
The physics tutors helped me a lot in deciding what classes will be more beneficial to take and which ones I did not require.
Going to CTL tutoring and help sessions has helped me a lot. CTL does a great job in helping students prepare for exams and be a successful student.
CTL is where our writers' workshop is located. We have writing tutors so that students can come in for additional essay work.
My professor had suggested visiting the writer's workshop and talking to a tutor if we were feeling unsure about our assignment. So I took my first draft over, and within 20 minutes, my paper read more efficiently than anything I'd ever written. So instead of dreading the submission of my essay, I was thoroughly proud of it. I did well enough on that paper to revisit the CTL every time I was stuck or confused about an assignment. Advice was usually quick and simple, but always effective, and often enough I received advice not only about my writing, but about campus life in general. I definitely owe my A in FP to the Writing Center as well as my decidedly positive freshman experience.
On campus, you can come to Red Room, either in Seymour Library or in SMAC, and come up and just ask for help from any tutor. You can get one-on-one tutoring. You can also bring a friend from the same class to best capitalize on your study techniques.
Going to the Red Room tutors and just chatting with other students who come to get help there also relieves a lot of stress. By attending those tutoring hours, I could do my homework much faster, and talking to them about the physics concepts made my basics really strong.
I've succeeded at Knox by employing various success tips that I've learned from other students, professors, and just life in general. The most important thing that I learned was that one studying habit or one method of learning or even one professor's communication of a topic doesn't always work for everyone. So I worked through my 3 years at Knox learning what styles worked best for me.
The first of all was to discover what kind of learner I am. I learned that I'm really visual and I needed not only a quiet space but also a board. I cannot say that I'm a pro at learning, but I think this helped me to be more successful.
I found that working in small group environments with low background noise helped me to focus because I felt like I was being held accountable by those around me, but I was also getting a little bit of socializing. I also found that working with others, either tutors or with peers from the same class, can be incredibly helpful to figuring out where the gaps in your knowledge are and developing a better confidence in your subject.
Take classes that you really have interest in. While studying, enjoy the material. Once you start enjoying what you're doing, it becomes much less like a workload and it becomes much more fun. And I have some advice for the student athletes. I played varsity for all 3 years, so I had to miss classes sometimes during the season. But the professors are very accommodating if you let them know beforehand that you will be missing their classes.
For being a successful student and an individual, it is important to be a good communicator. Asking questions is a form of communication in the class, and asking questions in CTL help sessions and tutoring sessions has helped me a lot. There are always people at Knox who can help you with everything.
One thing I learned was to ask for help. No matter how stupid you think the question is, just ask it.
Asking for help was a humbling experience. I've never asked for help until I didn't know the language. I needed to ask for help in order to even understand the most basic of what I was learning. If I wasn't able to explain something, then I would know that I needed to ask for help. For me, it's important also to be at CTL and be helping people with neuro, because there is so much information. People, most of the time when they go, they don't even know exactly what they don't understand. I think the tutor is also there to kind of guide them and ask them, do you remember this? Can you try to explain it to me, and then go from there.
This fall, I'm going to be a part of the tutoring program, which allows me to combine my love of writing with my desire to help others. It also provides countless opportunities for me to learn and grow as a writer.
As said by one of my favorite professors at Knox, Professor Schroer, you can do anything, but you cannot do everything, and I completely agree with him now. Managing classes and managing our time and setting the priorities is really important, and asking for help when you need it is really important.
The CTL is an amazing resource for students who aren't completely comfortable with writing yet, especially in a new and challenging environment like college. The Writers Workshop tutors certainly helped me to adjust to these challenges. And for students who love to write and teach, the CTL can be the best opportunity to learn and participate in the Knox community.
My advice to students coming to Red Room is do really well in that class you're struggling in. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not anything to be ashamed of, because it's actually indicative that you understand where your strengths and weaknesses are. You are actively working to address those weaknesses and to turn them into strengths. We're always here for you. Everyone at the CTL and at Red Room, we all just want to help you succeed and be the best student you can be.
I'm so excited to meet the class of 24. Congratulations on your perseverance in spite of the unprecedented challenges of this year. On behalf of the Center for Teaching and Learning, welcome to Knox.